We got Jim Gale. I've been misspelling his name forever, and I said to him, Jim, do you realize you misspelled your name? He said, no, Mel, you've been misspelling my name.
Yeah, but I haven't told him about it. I kind of think it's funny.
So we're at his beautiful house here in the middle of some gorgeous farm that grows organic food, and we had this amazing spread today of all kinds. We had eggs that were grown on your farm.
Eggs, fish that were caught from the pond.
Mushrooms. You grow your own mushrooms.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing stuff. You're going to be at the Quantum Summit, Summit 1776. I'm going to tell you right now, tickets have sped up. Yesterday, I was on the phone with my good friend Jerry Reed, who's going to be demonstrating free energy technology on stage. We pissed off the feds the first time, and there was like 3-4 spooks in the audience, which you know who you are. And I said, you know what, let's push the envelope. Let's have an actual physical working motor. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, and we have free energy technology here too, proven 100% fact.
Beautiful. And you put copper in the ground, and you know how to do all that stuff, grounding, and get rid of the chemtrails, you know how to do all that stuff. He's going to be on stage. He's amazing. We just recorded a bunch of it. And, listen, I'm drinking a little bit. I'm a little bit under the weather. I don't really care. Cheers. They're very expensive wine, by the way. But
he's a slow poke. We start at the same time. He's a wimp.
But anyway, we're going to be talking about growing your own food, becoming sufficient, eating clean food that has got no pesticides, herbicides. Let me tell you something.
We're going to be talking about freedom, self-reliance, building community, because we're going through some interesting times, as all of you know.
Yes.
And we are here to demonstrate freedom and how to overcome this situation throughout the whole United States, starting home by home, community by community, right?
Absolutely. One thing I love about Jim is that I would actually vote for this guy to be the next president of the United States. I'm serious. This guy here has got his head screwed on so straight. If everybody in America would have their head screwed on this straight, we would have no problems in America, I can assure you. Now, as far as RFK is concerned, I got my differences with him. He and I maybe not exactly on the same page. I know that maybe Donald Trump has him on the leash because Donald Trump is all about the money, and the money. But you can't get to the money if you're unhealthy. I want to be extremely healthy where I got a 1,000-year lifespan. This way I can spend all my money and enjoy it, but I want to do a joint, no joint pain, no back pain.
And let's talk about money, right? This idea that fiat, that a dollar is worth something, is a belief system. What I have here is infinite, exponential free energy in the form of food that's growing up all around me.
Yeah.
Massive amounts of food. I have not a lot of money in the bank, and I've never felt wealthier in my life because anytime I want, I can go outside and gather a meal. In fact, we had 55 people here today, and we fed them all from the land.
That's true. And I tell you what, when you eat his sweet potatoes, they're completely different than the sweet potatoes we buy at the supermarket. And I'm only, 45 minutes down the road, right in Cape Canaveral, Merritt Island. How can his sweet potato, because the sweet potato grows in his ground, he's got compost going on.
There's no poisons here.
Right. You eat a fish, you said you bury the bones in the ground because the microbes love that shit.
Yep. I go out, I go fishing, which I love, and then I eat the fish, which I love, and then we put the fish guts in the ground, which feeds the fruit trees. It's like this win-win, and the whole thing is joyful. It's like an energy asset that gives us more time than you can imagine.
Jim, I thank you for inviting me. I told you need to do more of these. I want to help you promote these. I want to come to these. I can't wait to have you at the Quantum Summit. You're going to be amazing.
I love that. And by the way, the last 2 Quantum Summits, I've been to a lot of speaking events. They were my favorite events, actually.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a junior Quantum Summit because as much as I've been pushing to have it at an airplane hangar with warplanes and Huey helicopters and, bombs and, Sidewinder missiles and all that bullshit, God said, no, you got to do it in the center because we got to put the medical industry out of business. We want everybody to experience the energy at Staying Alive with 2 E's, stayingalive.com. right? And that's what we're going to have it. We're going to sell out of all 180 chairs. 200 chairs will be a little bit crunchy, but I might crunch people together, whatever it takes, man. If God wants this, then it's going to be God's will, and that's what we'll do. You know about the energy. He knows about the energy. He knows that if you can combine what he does and what I do. See, right now we got to handle, each has got to handle a part of the puzzle.
Yeah.
At some point I come at you with
freedom puzzle.
Yeah,
it's a freedom puzzle.
It's a freedom puzzle, but at some point I come at you with 200,000 families who are all billionaires, and we make this go a lot faster.
Oh, yes. This idea of stacking cash instead of stacking. So cash is fiction, right? Let's put our energy into the real. Take your energy out of the fictional systems and put it into stewardship and service. Stewardship of Mother Earth is a free energy system. This idea that free energy is complicated is one of the most insidious lies ever. Right? Yes, we need processes to create electricity for homes. Guess what you can do? You can grow sweet potatoes or bananas, and you can run your generator on as they decompose.
Right. Even the waste that he flushes down the toilet, his own waste, doesn't go to waste. Okay, no pun intended. Okay, it goes to all his fruits and vegetables. He got this whole thing so figured out. I mean, if you have not been down here and to do one of the tours, come in there. How do they find you? Give me your...
So check out Galt's Landing. John Galt, Atlas Shrugged. So GALTS landing.farm. Galt's landing.farm. We're 100% off grid. We do not comply with the government. We did not ask for permission to build our home. And we do not pay taxes on our land or labor publicly. And I've shared this a lot. I actually sent a message to the mayor, the tax collector, and the sheriff, and I said, hey guys, I want to help you turn St. Cloud, Florida into the healthiest, most abundant, freest, joyfulest place in the world. And guess what? Well, the mayor actually is responding.
Awesome.
He gets it. I haven't.
Now you're working with the jail systems also.
Yes.
Tell them a little bit about that.
So we're working with a local halfway house, a place with 90 beds for mostly veterans coming out of prison, and we are transitioning their backyard into a food production and healing center, a paradise. And then we're going to create a business out of their backyard. This is the intention. I just talked to Calvin, the administrator, today, and he's like, let's do this. And we're going to help give these men purpose. We're going to teach them how to be the stewards and the servants and give them purpose again. And that's what they want more than anything. Because, by the way, in case you don't know this, the average inmate is smarter than the average person out in the world.
By far.
By far. They've got PTSD like all of us do. And so let's realize that these people that we think of as liabilities, that we call problems in our world, they have knowledge that you and I don't have. If the world shuts down because of this war that we're in, guess what? I want them to be my friends more than the freaking guys that work at the corporate world, right? They're screwed. Right? The people who know how to live on the streets are going to be the most important people in the world. The meek shall inherit the earth. The meek are not the weak. The meek are the people who are powerful, who sheathe their sword and do good. Right? That's what we're here to do.
Absolutely. Jim, it's been a pleasure. I've known you for 14, 15 years. A long time. I used to be in the energy regulation business. I got forced into the podcasting by something called COVID-19. Yeah. I met him years ago, and he was walking around his property in Costa Rica. He moved back to Florida before I did, and he was walking around collecting eggs and strawberries and putting it inside his shirt. And I called my wife over, I never forget. I'm saying that to Scotty. Scotty's sitting right over there. Yeah. And I said, I never forget the fact that I said, honey, you got to come check out this dude's just figured it out, man. You know? And it was like, I called him, and ironically, he responded, and it's been a relationship ever since. Yeah. And I can't wait to see you at the Quantum Summit, brother. Yeah. You're a friend and a brother in arms,
love
indeed.
You, Mel. Thanks for the courage. And by the way, what got me here, I want to share this, is failure and desperation. Right? That's what got me here, is failure and desperation. So for all of you experiencing struggle right now, all of you who don't know what to do, take a breath and let's start focusing on stewardship and service. Stewardship and service with transparency is the ultimate strategy to win this war and create a future of abundance.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate you, brother.
Good stuff.